What's up, guys? It's Thor Diecow, and it's this week on Blu-ray and DVD. And we start with a great film from 2014, the seventh from P.T. Anderson, the comic noir Inherent Vice, starring, of course, Joaquin Phoenix as Doc Sportello, a struggling private investigator who just spends too much time getting high. Take a look.
So, what's the beef here exactly?
It doesn't have much to do with your specialty, which I understand is marine law.
We got plenty of crime on the high seas, Lieutenant.
Okay, well, so far we have murder and kidnapping. We can work in pirates if it would make you more comfortable. Either way, it's high profile.
Yeah, but given your history of harassment with my client, this will never make it to trial.
No, I think we could probably take this all the way to trial, but with our luck, the jury pool will be 99% hippie.
There you go, just a great example of the ensemble cast with Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro trading barbs there. If the screenplay seems very snappy, it's because it's from the Thomas Pynchon novel, and this was the first ever adaptation of a Pynchon novel, so a huge feat because it's a very complex story, and that was one of the criticisms against this film. But P.T. Anderson adapted the screenplay himself and directed the film. It also stars Catherine Waterston, Reese Witherspoon, Martin Short, Owen Wilson, and a cast of other greats as well. This is a very interesting film, albeit complex, but if you pay attention and follow along, you should understand it. But it meanders a lot and takes a lot of different twists and turns. Basically, out of nowhere, Doc Sportello's ex-old lady shows up with a story about her current billionaire land developer boyfriend, who she just happens to be in love with, and a plot by his wife and her boyfriend to kidnap him and throw him in the loony bin. That's easy for us to say, but the film is just full of all that great verve and visual style that P.T. Anderson brings to all of his films, and nice to see him tackling something more in the comedic vein. So it's a must-have for Anderson fans, and it's worth multiple viewings because the first time the story and the complexities of it may pass you by. That's why you need to sit down and watch it again. Joaquin Phoenix, truly sensational in the role of Doc Sportello. Really enjoyed Inherent Vice, and check out the wonderful Blu-ray extras on the special features. All right, next, Mark Wahlberg is taking the high-stakes gambling game to the small screen on Blu-ray with a remake of a James Caan 1974 classic in The Gambler, and in this one he plays a brilliant professor leading a secret double life as a high-stakes gambler. Take a look.
I've seen you be $500,000 up.
I've been up $2.5 million.
You still owe Large 2 places you shouldn't. Why do you want door number 3?
How else do I get out?
Oh, man, love these gambling movies. And there's John Goodman. The movie also stars Jessica Lange and Brie Larson. So this, as I say, based on the 74 version with Caan, is a nicely updated story grounded by a good performance from Wahlberg, who's not his usual manic self. So he's forced to borrow money from a notorious gangster, and then he places the lives of the people he loves in mortal danger. Time's running out, and he's got to enter the criminal underworld to risk everything, basically, to keep it together. Interesting story behind this one. Excellent performances. You'll see a lot of recognizable faces there, and just the tension that it builds with the gambling sequences are breathtaking, and it's a beautifully shot film. And as I say, great performance there from Mark Wahlberg. And speaking of ensemble cast, just like Inherent Vice, this one has a great addition of characters, and interesting to see him lead the double life too as a brilliant professor who's also got a little bit of a gambling problem. All right, it's B-movie calling in Jennifer Lopez's latest, The Boy Next Door. And this is the kind of movie that you're not feeling so hot on a Sunday morning. You just want to curl up on the couch and check out J-Lo in The Boy Next Door opposite Ryan Guzman, and she basically stars as a woman struggling to get her life back and into the dating game, but she meets a charismatic 19-year-old who might be more than he's cracked up to be.
You know what? Big day tomorrow, first day of school. It's getting kind of late.
It's like 8:30.
No. Actually, I gotta get going. It's big day tomorrow. I'll walk out with you, Mr. Peterson.
Oh, I'm gonna stay around a while, thanks.
Well, I'll walk out with you, Noah. Yeah, come on. Do you want to take a cookie for the road?
I love your mother's cookies.
They're great, right?
Nice to meet you.
Hey, you too, pal.
Oh, man. The tension is you just cut it with a knife. So they have an intimate night, obviously, and things get really weird, though, when his obsession turns violent and threatens to tear her world apart and endanger the people that she loves. Check out those pipes. I mean, how could you not fall for Guzman there? This movie takes a ridiculous turn in the last third and really turns into a strange B-movie thriller. That being said, though, it's wildly entertaining, given the fact that Guzman is just chewing up the scenery with his overacting, and Jennifer Lopez Lopez, she's got a lot of charisma, I have to say. There's some great sexual chemistry between the two of them, even though it's a very naughty story about a teacher essentially hooking up with the age equivalent of a student. But I kind of enjoyed this one. It's sort of under that cheap thrills category, and it's a sexy summer sizzler. So if you like J-Lo's films and you like those sort of cheesy erotic ones, you might be enjoying a night with the boy next door. Hello! Too hot for BT. All right, we're finishing it off. We'll clean it up now for the kids because Paddington the bear is making his screen debut in the Paddington movie, and I had my reservations about this one, but you know what? It turns out to be a delightful romp for the entire family, not just the little kids, for the adults as well, based on the best-selling novels. It's the comic misadventures of a young Peruvian bear, voiced by Ben Whishaw, travels to London in search of a home, and he finds himself utterly lost and alone, starts to realize that big city life is not all he imagined it would be, but he meets the kindly Brown family after they read the label around his neck, look after this bear, thank you, and offer him temporary haven. A lot of great cast members in this one, including the museum taxidermist played by Nicole Kidman. So she gets to sort of play a villain in this one. And Hugh Bonneville there from Downton Abbey is very good, and the lovely Sally Hawkins. This movie is very funny. It's madcap at times, but one for the entire family because it's not too goofy and has a wonderful message. And they actually did a good job of sort of keeping that Paddington spirit alive with the aid of modern movie technology and magic. There you go, guys. Get Paddington. That's out. A nice mixed bag on Blu-ray and DVD this week. I'm Thor Dykow. That's it. You can catch me on Twitter each and every week, or every day if you like, on @ThorDykow. We'll see you next week on breakfasttelevision.ca.